Dear colleagues, this patient had PC rent today. Let us see how it occurred and how it was managed. By this time all the incisions have been made. Hydrodissection is being done. Capsulorhexis is quite large. Hydrodissection and nuclear rotation is done. And now I inject a bit of viscoelastic substance in the anterior chamber and then start phacoemulsification. So I usually do this direct chop, bury the tip in the substance of the nucleus and then chop it into fragments. This is Oatley Catarix 3 phacoemulsion. In this case, how it occurred, I am not very sure, but probably one reason may be that I was a bit in a hurry and I could not take proper care of the anterior chamber stability. See, PC rent has occurred at this moment. How it occurred, I was quite far from the posterior capsule, so I'm not sure how it occurred. Anyway, what another mistake I did is I came out. I should have injected viscoelastic substance and then come out, but I came out. I didn't inject viscoelastic substance. Now this should not be done. We should inject viscoelastic substance and then come out. Then what I did is I enlarged the incision along the limbus with keratome and removed this nuclear piece with a fish hook that is not in the view in this video. And then epinucleus and cortex was dry aspirated, means aspiration was done without irrigation, and this caused a bit of collapse of anterior chamber. So I inject some visco from the main incision and form the anterior chamber. Then what I did is this epinucleus which is there, I visco expressed it, means injected visco in the anterior chamber, depressed the posterior lip and it came out. And now another thing which is not usually recommended, I am doing that, doing vitrectomy through the limbal incisions. It is not recommended by our teachers. We should do pars plana anterior vitrectomy. I could have done that, but didn't do. Now I am injecting a bit of Kenacort and most of it sank into the vitreous cavity. However, I could detect the strands, vitreous strands that was coming out through the incisions, and I could cut all those strands and clear the anterior chamber of vitreous strands. Now I can see the rhexis margin all around clearly. In this case, I'm implanting a PMMA lens, 6mm optic PMMA lens in the sulcus. Here it goes. Both the haptics are placed over the anterior capsular rim. And now I have to suture this wound. So what I do is I inject a big air bubble in the anterior chamber, and in this case I am doing a continuous shoeless suture. What it is you just take a bite from either side. The first bite is from the groove of the incision, and it comes out, it comes back, the suture, and the last bite is from outside into the groove. So the knot gets buried in the groove of the incision. Now a final wash is given, and the antechamber is formed, and the knots, the suture is pulled towards the first incision site, and after putting the final knot, the case is concluded. Thank you very much for your attention.